What's going on, my gamers out there? Gamer93 here, and welcome back to part 5 of building the Minecraft well, not the Minecraft, a Minecraft train station from my Minecraft City World. Even though it's not on the City World yet, though, we're on the final. This will hopefully be the final part, though. I'm saying hopefully, though, because well, for right now, though, it's the final part, though. But I may add some extra details, though, off camera, though. But obviously, though, if I do add extra details, I'm going to need to record it, though, so I know exactly where to put the extra details, though, in the city world. If you know what I'm talking, if you know what I'm talking about, though. But anyways, though, we're working on the main entrance area, though, in this episode, though. As you can see by the light gray concrete, the blue concrete, and the red concrete, that's all going to be done in this episode. And then everything we need, though, is right in this chest, right here. It's everything we're going to need. So what we're going to need to do with our white concrete, though, is we're going to go from, okay, so from the outside, from the wall here, we're going to go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be the fourth block from the wall. We're going to place it going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks to the right. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wait, is it actually 17? Hold on. I'm gonna need to double check real quick though, because I messed up somewhere, I think. So that's 1. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So, from this corner right here is going to be the start of block 1, and then you need to go all the way down until you count to 18, and then you're going to connect it all the way back up to the train station, like so. And then what you're going to need to do, though, is you're now going to need to extend the wall, though, from the blocks you just placed. So where you just placed your block, though, is going to be extended up with a wall. And then what we're going to do, though, is we're actually, okay, so, and then what we're going to do, though, you see how this blue concrete is, which is on block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on block number 6, which is this block right here, we're going to go to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then on the 6th block from the right, we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, technically 8, though. And then what we're going to do, though, is we're going to connect these up right here. And then now what we're going to do, though, is we're going to go out from this block here. We're going to go a total of 10 blocks, if I remember correctly, though. I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. We're going to go out 10 blocks from each of the 6 blocks, from each of the 8 blocks we went. So that's 1, 2, no wait, that's, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to go out, now start from this block here. That's going to be block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then from this block here as block 1, we're going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Wait. I counted 26. How the heck did I count 27? I don't know. Hold on. Let me double check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Now I'm counting. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Now I'm counting 28. It's either 26 or 28. I gotta double check though real quick. But for right now though, and then, well, for right now, we're just going to connect up this wall over here, though, real quick, like this. There we go. Now, you may be wondering, though, why it looks like this. That's because right here is going to be the hallway to get to the actual train station. This area right here, though, is just going to be some extra seating areas, though, which I forgot to grab. But it's fine, though. We'll just work on the exterior this episode, and then the next episode we'll work on the interior a little bit. But here's the thing, though. What we're going to do next, though, is we're now going to break these blocks right here that are connecting, though, like this. We're going to break these blocks to then get a shape like this. A shape that looks like an anvil. I am not going to lie, though. I was not expecting this to look like an anvil. I was not expecting that. But out of total, though, you're going to get like an anvil kind of shape. So, and then what we're going to do is you're going to take your light gray glazed terracotta and you're going to fill in the floor like this. Hold on. It's a specific pattern you have to do, though. It's a specific pattern. So the pattern is going to look like that. Let's, if I can do that, though. Okay. Good, though. I can do it like that. That's good. That's good, 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 good. Perfect. Okay. Now, the problem with this, though, is you might have to extend it out a bit more, though, depending on the size, though. But it looks like you don't have to, though, which is actually good. Because now, obviously, though, for like something like the hallway, though, you might need to extend it out a bit more, though. Now, this is going to take a bit of time, though, so because of the placements that I need to do, though. Now, okay, so that's going to go here, though. Now, I actually have a general idea, though, of how I can actually fill this in, though, pretty quickly, though. Oh, jeez. I did not mean to double tap there. It's to kind of do a little something like this. Because I like the light gray glazed terracotta, though, as like the flooring area, though. Now I was debating between one of two, though, for the floor, though. The one I like the most, though, is the light gray terracotta, though. I tried doing the white glazed terracotta, though, and I just wasn't a fan of it, though. Because it looked kind of weird to me, though. But the light gray terracotta one, though, actually caught my attention. Now, this is like the quickest way, though, to actually fill this in, though, is to place down all the blocks in one direction, though, all at the same time, though, a little bit. Like this. Ooh, not like that. Ah! Darn stick drift. And then now we're going to connect it up like this. To kind of make it look like a futuristic kind of floor a little bit, though, you know? Because when I want to kind of like make it look like, though, now obviously, though, I can't really do it, though, for like the main area, though, because of like the platforms, though. I can't really do it for that part, though, because of how because I mean I'll have to destroy everything and have to restart all the progress, though, and I don't want to do that. And it's also going to look weird, though, because it's light gray and not white. Now I think there might be a way to craft like different color terracotta, I think. I'm not sure, though. Oh jeez. There we go. Now like I mentioned before, though, there is a chance that either the hallway or this might have to be extended out a bit more, though. It all depends, though, on the the pattern, though. There we go. Okay, so now that this one's all completed, though, what I'm now going to need to do, though, is I'm now going to need to do the same thing over here, though. But it looks like, though, the hallway area is fine, though. Nope, not that block. This block. Now, I'm not going to do this area just yet, though, because I want to make sure that I can match the pattern, though. As well, though. Let's see, though. There we go, there we go, there we go. There. Okay. Oh, that's making it like an optical illusion for me, though, and I just got a little bit dizzy there, but it's fine, though. I'm used to getting dizzy, though, when it comes to this game. Oh, wait. Whoops. Okay, so if you look closely, though, some of the pattern, though, is not going to line up directly, though. Okay. Oop, there, up there. Yeah. Okay, so you see how this one goes into that corner there, but not that corner there? I need it to kind of like line up, though. Which means this side is going to need to decrease a block. So you see this corner right here, though? Destroy this entire thing, though, and replace it with right here. And I'm going to need to kind of fix that as well, though. Hold on. I need to kind of fix this a little bit, though, as well, though. So, there we go. Okay, good. Now that I fixed that, now what we're going to need to do now, though, is, whoops, not like that, though. I think I need to go like that. Yeah, like this. Okay. But, oh, wait, I just realized. If that's got 2 blocks matching like that, then this one needs to go out another block, though. So, extend this entire wall out by 1 and destroy these blocks right here. So you can kind of get like a matching pattern. Like that. Okay. But now it's not going to look quite as even, though. Unfortunately. So, unfortunately, it's not going to look quite as even, though. Even though I try to make it like as even as possible, though. Because what I need to do, though, is I need to have it like... Hold on a minute. Unless if I extend this out by 2, though, and then kind of destroy this a little bit. Oh, that actually makes things a whole lot easier. Because then now, they're both 3 blocks from the corner. Like, so from the corner, so from here to here should be 3 blocks on this side, which it is. And then it's also going to be 3 blocks on this side as well, though. To make it more even, you know? Okay. So, now we're going to need to do those. I'm now going to need to kind of swap out this concrete right here, though. Like that. There we go. Okay, good. So now we're going to need to go back to the light gray glazed terracotta. And finish up the floor, though. Now, it's not going to quite line up, though, with this, though, a little bit, though, but it might, but it's actually going to, though. Even though it may not look like it will, though, it actually will, though. Nope, not there. Let me go there. It goes here. There we go. Nice, so then that should go like that. Yep. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Ah. Yeah, I didn't realize I had it mapped out wrong, though. That was my bad, though. So, there will be some... So, I did do the editing, though, like, within the video, though, since I still don't know proper editing skills, though, unfortunately. Now, what I could do is I could bump this back one more, though. Like, have, like, the white concrete go out to here, so this is, like, complete, though. I could do it like that, actually, though. You know, let's do that. So, we're going to need to go extend this up by one more. But the problem is, though, yeah. And then destroy all of this. Whoops, except that block. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, too, though, to make it a complete block. So... go. Hold on. There we go. There we go. And nice. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now that the entire floor is done, what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to tear down this section right here, and then this section right here. And then we're going to need to build up the... Now, we're going to need to build up the walls, though, like this. So, on the outer areas, though, of the, like, basically the perimeter, though, of this area, though, because we're going to work on this area right here first. So, well, actually, just build the entire wall, though, all around this, though. Except for, like, the front wall over here, though. Because the front wall, though, I have to figure out where I'm going to stick the stairs. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to need to extend up the wall, though, as high as this ceiling right here. But the thing is, though, like I mentioned, though, the interior, though, is going to be a separate episode, though, of this. But, obviously, though, I don't know if I'll have enough time to do that, though, before I have to get ready for work, because I do go back to work today, unfortunately. But, obviously, though, if I have time, now, it might have to take 2 parts, though. I don't know for sure, though, if it will take 2 parts for right now, though. But for right now, though, I'm just going to do the exterior, though, of it first. I'm just going to do the exterior, though, of this. Though, just to make it easier on myself. But when I think of, like, an entry area, though, I think of something fancy. Given the reason why I used light gray glazed terracotta for the floor. There we go. There we go. And you want to do this, and you want to, like, make sure, though, that, like, if you guys want to build this yourself, though, just follow the tutorials very, very carefully. Very, very carefully, though. Because since mine doesn't get edited, though, none of my videos really get edited, though. There's only one that ever did, though. But I did that by trimming it, though. But for right now, though, okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay. Because what I want to do, though, is I also kind of, like, want to make sure, though, that I can, like, map out the the stairs, though, first, though, to make sure I know exactly where to place, like, the areas, though, for the, like, the archways of the entry area, though, which is right here. So, let's see here, though. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, whoops. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me place down some leaves, though, just like the oak leaves, though, just to make sure that I know exactly, like, how far it is between each corner, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so this giant area here is actually a 28 by 12. Wait, hold on. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yep. Because I just wanted to double check, though, because I thought it was 26. though, because of the back area back there, though, for the hallway. But it turns out it's actually a 28, not a 26, even though I thought it was 26. It's actually 26 between each of the corners. That's where I got confused with. Now, here's the thing, though. 26 is only divisible by 2, which is 13. So, here's my plan. My plan is to make a giant area, though, for the entryway, though. But the problem is, though, is I need to make sure... Well, actually, if I do 13, though, then it's only divisible by 2, though, unfortunately. Yeah, I just realized that. So what we're going to need to do, though, is we're going to need to, like... how am I going to do this? I need to figure out if I'm going to make, like, a giant entryway, or, like, a small, or, like, 2 separate ones, though. You know what? I'm just going to make a giant one, though. So I need to find blocks 13 and 14, though, from right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And we're going to use smooth quartz stairs, though, for this, though. Okay, so, now here's where the big entryway is going to go, though. But, there's something I realized, though. Since I found blocks 13 and 14, though, which are the center points, though, from each side, though. From that side, it's 13. From this side, it's 14. And if you go back, you can see it's directly centered, since it's an even number. So, we're going to extend out each side, though, by 2. But, here's the thing, though. On the corners, though, we're going to extend out a third block, though, but have the third block kind of curved like that. Like that, though. Like so. Then we're going to take our white concrete and go to this block right here from, like, the same block where you place the corner block, though. Go over to the right one and place a block there. And you want to do the same thing to this side, but on the left side this time. Like that. This is going to be the start of our entryway. Now, the thing is, though, this entryway area, though, is going to look different, though, than the rest of this, though. Unfortunately, it's going to look different, though. Because this one needs to have, like, a taller roof, though, than this one, though, unfortunately. Unless if I can try to figure out because the roof, though, is, like, so short, though. And that is, like, a bit of a problem, though, but not too big of a problem. So, then I'm going to go from this block here up to 3 blocks. So, make it a total of 4 blocks tall. There we go. And then now what we're going to do, though, is we're going to place 1 to the right, up 1. 1 to the right, up 1. 1 to the right, and up 1. Like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Now, you go right up, right up, right up. So that's 1, 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then we're going to connect it up like that. So, but, as you can see here, that doesn't look quite right, though. So, what we're going to do is we're going to destroy these blocks right here and actually add them behind, though, to give it, like, more of a smoother kind of, like, archway a little bit. Then we're going to take our smooth quartz stairs and place them underneath like this. Like that. But, we're going to need to extend this up by 1 more, though. Like that. So then, we can do those, we can do it like this. To make like a much smoother archway, though. Now, even though it's not gonna match the colors, though, because I'm using smooth quartz and white concrete, though, because I need to match the walls, though, of course. Now, what I could do, though, is I could raise this entire roof up by a few blocks. I could do that, but then it's gonna take a lot more time, though, and I don't want to take too much more time, though, away from building the city, though. So yeah. Anyways, though, besides that, though, what we're going to need to do, though, is now we're going to need to connect this up, though. So we're going to go to here, but now as you can see, it goes up above 1 block, though. And that's the point I'm trying to make, though. Because what's going to happen, though, is it's actually going to have to be like this, though, unfortunately. So we're going to need to cover the roof up like this right here. Now, what I'm planning on doing, though, is I do plan on adding, like, stairs, though, to kind of, like, match the pattern, though, of the archway. But what I'm actually going to do, though, is I'm actually going to kind of continue the archway, though, up to here, though, to kind of, like, match it up with this hallway right here. That's what I plan on doing. I plan on continuing the archway, though, to make it look to kind of, like, make it look, like, exactly like it, though. But the problem is, though, this roof is not going to be smooth, though. Unless if I add either, like, slabs or stairs, though. Which I'm going to use stairs, though, for this project. Which I'm going to use stairs for, like, the roof, for, like, this top area of the roof, though. Now, something that has also been brought to my attention, though, is the dark area corners, like back here. You see how dark this corner is, though? I do plan on fixing that, though, at some point, though. I just don't know when yet. But another thing, though, is this. What I also need to do, though, is I also kind of, like, need to extend this wall up by one, like, not up by one, like, kind of, like, up by one a little bit, though. Just a little, well, except for, like, back here, though. Because, like, back here, though, I'm just going to kind of connect it up like this, though. Like this, right here, though. Yeah, I'm just going to do that, though, just to... Now, I also want to kind of, like... Because what I want to do, though, is I also kind of, like, want to, like, make sure that, like, whoop, not there. Here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Ooh. There we go, and there we go. Okay. Now that I have this archway done, though, what I'm actually going to need to do is I will need to increase the roof, though, but I'm going to keep the exact roof like it is, though. But I'm just going to extend it up by one extra block, though. Just one extra block. Though. Because of, like, the current, like, connection of it, though. I need to, like, expand this up by one extra block, though. I can't get underneath the stairs, though, unfortunately, because of how complex it is, though, and me having to, like, destroy it, though, just to get underneath, though. And that's going to be, like, a hassle, and I don't want to have to do that, though. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to cover up this entire top thing, like, not including the tunnels, though, but just, like, the platform areas, though, with the white concrete, though. Now, the reason why I cannot do the tunnels, though, is because, well, yeah, there's a reason why, though, I can't do the tunnels, though. Because, well, for one, the lights are on the inside of the tunnels, and the tunnels, though, the shorter tunnels, though, over there, those are actually underneath a bridge, which I can't increase any further, though, unfortunately. So, the only thing that's going to be raised up, though, would actually be the platform areas only. There we go. Now, what I could do, though, is I could actually change the, change the ticket machines, though, to make them actually dispense out tickets, though. I could do that, actually, but the problem with that, though, is it's going to take a lot of time, though, just to do, though. And I'm not going to be able to do that just yet, though. So, yeah. Unfortunately. So, I'm just raising this up, though, just by one, though. Like, the platform areas, though, just to make it easier on myself, though, to match up the roof, though, you know? Now, the platform areas, though, are not going to have, like, a special type of roof, though, because of this up here, though. It's not going to have, like, a special kind of roof, though, because of the stairs, though, to get access to each of the platforms, though. It's not going to have that, though, unfortunately. So, what you're going to... Now, the thing is, though, what you're going to need to do is you're actually going to need to follow each instructions, though, like, with each video, though. I will make a playlist, though, once I get all the videos recorded, though. Once I get all the videos recorded, then there would be a playlist. though. Because the playlist has not even been created yet, though, when I probably should have done that already, but I didn't yet. That was my bad. Now, obviously, though, what I need to do, though, is I need to, like, extend, like, this bottom layer out, though, as well, though. Which I will, which is where the sea lanterns come into play. My phone keeps blowing up with notifications, and that's kind of distracting me a little bit, though. But obviously, though, I'm doing my best to stay focused, though. But the reason why I need my phone notification sounds on, though, is in case if, like, my boss texts me or something like that, or tries to get in contact with me. Now, if he does call me, though, I'm gonna need to end the episode, though, and make this, like, part 1, make this, like, part 1 out of 2 for the exterior, though, because I know for a fact I will not be able to get this exterior done, though, all in one episode, though, unless if I am able to, though, then that'll be great, though, but I don't know if I will or won't be able to, though. Now, what I don't classify as the interior, though, is the sea lanterns. And that's the reason why I need to have the sea lanterns here. To give it the extra light it needs. Oh, not there. Not there. But here. There we go. And then now what I need to do, though, is now I need to kind of, like, add the sea lanterns, though, in like this, though. And I'm going to do it where there's 2 blocks apart, though. Whoops. No, not there. 1, 2, bam, 1, 2, bam, 1, 2, bam. Now, even actually, though, to be honest, though, it doesn't even, like, get into the corner, though. So, oh, that's why. This one's 3 blocks wide, not 2. No wonder why something felt a bit off with that. That one's 3 blocks wide, not 2 blocks wide. So I need to fix all of this. I need to kind of fix all of this a little bit. There we go. Now, the reason why I'm doing this kind of neatly, though, I don't even know why, to be honest. I could fix the sea lanterns, though, to make it look more natural, though, instead of, like, all spread out, though, to be honest, though. I could actually do that, though, but that's gonna be time-consuming, though, and I'm gonna need to fix that, like, off-camera, though. Wait, that goes there. Yeah, I don't know why, but that needs to go there, while that goes there, and then that block goes there. Ooh, good thing I didn't place it there. Good. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now that that's all situated, though, what I'm going to need to do now, though, is I'm now going to need to still, like, finish this off, though, as well, though. But the thing is, though, the reason why I had to do the lights first, though, is because it's just going to make it easier, though, on myself, though, to instead of doing that, like, last, though, and part of the interior, though, on myself, though, it's just gonna make it easier, though, to then add the lights, though. Now, I didn't specifically do the lights, though, and I didn't specify where to put the lights, though, because the light option, though, is like, well, too constructive, though, to like, talk about, though, because of how complex it is, though, to, like, have to, like, explain, like, how, like, the spacing, though, and where to exactly put them, though. So, the reason why I'm doing it like this, though, is just to make it easier, though, for when I make the train station up for the city world. It's like, I know exactly where they would go, though, to make it easier on myself. And sorry about the major lag spike there, to be honest. I was not expecting there to be a giant lag spike. There we go. Okay. But the thing is, though, I'm still going to need to add the sea lanterns, though. But where, though? Well, what I'm actually planning on doing, though, is I actually plan on making, like, a giant chandelier, though, in, like, the center area, though. I do plan on doing that, though. There we go. Okay. So, as you can see, we have 2 giant dark corners, though. I will eventually add lights there, but that's classified as the interior though. So for right now, let's grab our light blue stained glass paint and let's fill in the window areas though, which is this which is the gap between the start of the arch though and the walls. So that's where the windows are going to be located though. And if I can just place these correctly though. Ah. There we go. Ah! I hate when I... Stained glass paints, though, are very, very, very difficult to place, though. But once you get the hang of it, though, you get the hang of it. But stained glass paints, though, are very, very complicated to place down, though. Now, in my opinion, though, if you do it like this, though, and then start placing them in, though, like this, though, it's gonna save you a bunch of time, though. Because then you don't have to do, like, the edges and whatnot, though, which is gonna take up a lot more time. And there you go. Now you have the windows. So now we're gonna stick this stuff in my inventory, though, real quick. And then we're gonna use the oak leaves, the trapdoors, and the grass block. But now, I'm also going to grab some flowers, though. Like, I'm going to grab some tulips, some of these. I'm also going to grab a poppy. And I'm also going to grab a cornflower as well. Well, I can't really have two different red flowers, so let's replace the tulip with the oxydaisy. To kind of give this, like, a better, like, design, though, what we're going to do, though, is we're going to take our grass blocks and 2 blocks from the stairs, though. So on the third block from the stairs, we're going to place a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grass blocks. And then we're going to place spruce trapdoors all alongside this. And then we're going to add in our flowers, though. But I'm going to need to get an extra 2 flowers, though. Which I'm going to grab, let's see, I'm going to grab an orange tulip. And I'm going to grab a dandelion. So, the pattern of the... So, now, obviously, though, it's going to mimic, though... It's going to mirror, though, on this side and that side. So, what we're going to do, though, is on the third block, though, over here, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grass blocks. Then the trapdoor... Then the spruce trapdoors. There we go. And then the pattern is going to go like this. On the right side of the entrance, so if you're facing the outside of the building, though, it's going to be on the right side, so it's going to go oxydaisy, oleum, poppy, cornflower, orange tulip, and dandelion. But on this side, though, it's going to go dandelion, orange tulip, cornflower, poppy, the oleum, and oxydaisy. It's going to look like that on the exterior, though, and I like that. So then now what we're going to do, though, we're going to grab out our oak fence and our lanterns. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make, like, outside lights a little bit, though. So on the outsides, though, which would be on the third block from the ground, the third block, 1, 2, 3. On this block here, we're going to add our lanterns. To kind of give it a bit of like a good exterior design, though. As well, though. So yeah, this is the exterior, though, of the train station, though, of the entrance, though. Now, the way, though, is going to be done in 2 parts, though. The exterior, though, in this episode, and then the interior, though, in the next episode. Which I just realized, though, I don't know if I'll have, like, enough time, though, to actually do the interior, though, but it all depends, though. Oh no. This doesn't seem good. Oh no, this isn't good, this isn't good. Sorry if I'm a little panicky right now, though. There's something going on right now, though. I'm a little panicky, so I gotta end this episode right here, though. So, guys, so make sure you guys smack that like button. If you do plan on subscribing, definitely your choice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another any 3 episodes. See you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.